Welcome back, everybody. LostBoys CYPHER Circle is back in session. Y'all know what it is. This is home of all things artistic. If you got a song, a poem, a rap, a story, or just a conversation you want to have, because this is also our weekly therapy session, come message me on Facebook at Dylan Lawler or LostBoy420x at gmail.com, and I'll try to book you and get you on the show. And as I just said, it's our weekly therapy session. We always talk about mental health. We always talk about our emotions and how they affect the world around us. And since it's our weekly therapy session, I try to let everybody know that this is a safe space where they can talk, and also that there always is somebody that you can talk to, whether it's a friend or a coworker or a family member or somebody on this show. There's always somebody to talk to. So I always like to share a couple resources for that too. If you want to go to lifelinecrisis.com, they have trained professionals on hand. They also is a hotline you can text 988. You can also go to betterhelp.com and get linked up with a therapist, an online therapist, text, call, whatever you want to do. If you're not comfortable face to face, they'll do that. If you're not comfortable with the therapist, they'll switch it out with no additional cost. And so I hope people can find some help there. Piggybacking off of kind of that mental health conversation, since we talk about mental health, we do talk about a lot of triggering topics on the show. So I just want to give a quick trigger warning. I said it that time without stumbling. Quick trigger warning to anybody out there who might be triggered by any topic. You never know what's going to trigger somebody from day to day. You never know what their personal experiences are. So if anybody needs to leave, artist, audience, nobody will fault you for it in the slightest. I understand things can be triggering, but I hope we don't trigger anybody too badly, and we can have a good show tonight. So without further ado, let's get moving on. I noticed that a lot of our audience might not catch some of my pieces because they may not watch to the end of the show. So I thought that maybe sometimes I'd start doing a piece at the beginning of the show so that people can get a feel for my style as well, if they have to go to bed or whatnot. So I'm going to do one for you tonight, and this is our New Year's special. So happy New Year's, everybody. I picked two pieces tonight. One I'm going to do at the beginning and one I'm going to do at the end. They kind of fit the theme of a New Year's resolution, and mine to this year is to be better and to manifest my destiny. And so the two pieces are called To Be Better and Manifest Destiny. And so I'm going to do To Be Better right now. Let me pull it up here. I have it memorized, but I just like to have the words in front of me just in case. Lately, he feels like his feelings are constantly stomped in the dirt because he doesn't feel heard. He screams because he doesn't know how to express it at first, and he speaks to the walls with his fists because he doesn't have words. All they hear is him cursing and going berserk, but inside he's beginning to question his worth. Yeah, he's dying inside, but he's trying to hide what goes on in his mind, and he's trying so hard to keep hold of his pride, so when he's alone and the feeling is right, he picks up a pen and he writes down a line. Then he gets stuck and just stares at the time, wasting his life while the hours tick by, wondering why he is stuck in one place and he can't seem to break himself free of the spine. But lately he thinks that this may be a sign. He's beginning to think that he can't even write. He's ashamed of himself, but he can't ask for help because everyone else might be able to tell that he's going through hell. Then he might have to come out of his shell. Then he might have to admit he's not well, and he knows it's more easy to yell till he loses his voice and then blame someone else, but he's really been trying to stop lashing out, so he closes his mind and he locks up his heart in a cell. And nobody knows his emotions are closed when he gets in that zone. Nobody knows that he shut them all out so he can't be exposed. Nobody knows there's a place that he goes where there is no light and it's bitter and cold, a place he can hide, it's the darkest of holes. Nobody knows that his soul has been sold to the darkness within, though it's right there at the heart of his sin and it bleeds from the tip of his pen. So it's hard to pretend that there's light in his head because every smile he fakes makes it harder to grin, and every fight with his darkness makes him sure to win. He hates being awake, but at nighttime is when the demons come out because he can't keep them in. They beat on his heart and they scratch at his skin. They tear him apart until he just gives in, does whatever they want, and then starts the self-hatred all over again. And that is the reason he can't ever sleep, because he's scared of the things he might see in his dreams. He's scared his subconscious might replay the scenes of him hurting the people he loves with his deeds. So he tosses and turns in his bed, thinking of things that he shouldn't have said, wondering if he could have just taken a breath, if he could have sat down and just counted to 10, if he could have held on to his temper instead of giving into the hate and the anger again. It's a fight to be better, and he's trying to win, but he's seen lesser battles destroy bigger men, and he doesn't want to be better than them. He just wants to be better than the person who picked up this pen. And that is that piece. I apologize for fucking it up a little bit. What'd you guys think?
Snap, snap, snaps all around the board. Dope. I could really feel it. I felt like I was really trapped with him, like he was really trying to escape something. He didn't know what, but something had to be done.
Yeah, it's like being trapped in that darkness with him, looking for that way out with him.
I feel like I don't know if I really did this intentionally when I started writing it, but part of the reason why I did it from, like, instead of saying he instead of I, from that perspective, kind of connect with the audience more. Yes.
Oh, that literally sounded like me with that, because I'm old AF at 40 now. So that literally is like when I started writing in like my early years and then lost the entire passion. And it was like I condemned the pen. And it's not until COVID that is what inflamed the pen. And it's like you are literally mirroring me.
Yeah, a lot of people
said.
Well, thanks. I'm glad I was able to connect with you, bro. Robert, do you have something you want to say?
I thought the way it sped up as it went on helped get the message across more strongly. The speed mattered.
It
made it more dramatic.
Yeah, that feeling of pent up anxiety and that impending doom. That's it's not always the word, it's definitely the performance. And I've been getting much better at my performances. I'm not quite where I want to be, but the performance is a big part of it for me. The emotion and the how fast it's going and all of that. Yeah, it's a big part of it for me. So I appreciate you noticing that. Thank you. And thank you all for coming on here, and thank you all for giving me feedback. Is there anything else anybody wants to say before we get to the next piece? All right. So this next piece, this artist tonight, she couldn't be here, but she has given me her piece and her permission and her blessing to try to read it for her. I say try because I have not had much time to practice, and it's someone else's piece, and that's always tricky doing someone else's piece, but we're going to give it our best shot. Her name is Emma McGlone. I'm probably butchering the hell out of it, but it's Emma McGlone, and you can follow her on Facebook. And here is her piece. I hate my guts. The way I dare to treat me makes me want to cut. My whole life is a lie. My sanity wants to retreat from the battle between day and night. It screams my name from the constant spinning that goes on in my brain. I honestly want to die. No point being alive. I run from my problems as if they were a vicious pack of wolves trying to escape in time. I scream, shout, cut, and cry. Nobody understands how much I want to die. They just say, hey, go take medication. It'll cure your depression and anxiety. Little do they know, depression is my homie, and anxiety is the cousin of lonely. The lonely nights I sit in bed and cry with nothing but tears in my eyes. I try to count sheep to clear my mind. Unsuccessfully failed every time. 1, 2, 3, a repeated rhyme. 3, 4, 5, a sickening crime. I got slits on my wrists and my thighs. It's hard enough to always be patronized, but always being caught, but also to be caught up always in these pathetic lies. I tell everyone I'm fine from the battle that's inside. Gotta find a way out to put it behind. They say, "Hey, let's go to a store." I say, "Okay," and head to the door, but I don't want to go anywhere anymore. Let me be Sleeping Beauty and prick my finger on a thorn and sleep for another. Shh. I crack jokes to make other people laugh, but inside, I just want to choke and hang from a rope. Whenever they ask, I blame the cat. The scars I left are part of the aftermath. You don't understand the sick thoughts ingrained in my brain. I try to cope. I find relief under the pressure from the blade to my skin. I'm in so much unbearable pain. I try to count sheep to clear my mind. Unsuccessfully failed every time. 1, 2, 3, a repeated rhyme. 3, 4, 5, a sickening crime. As long as I say I'm fine, they think they cured me, right? That's sick. I put headphones on to ignore everything around me, trying to escape from this crazy reality. I hit my head against the walls. I want to forget what I always recall. Late at night, surrounded by darkness, it eats me alive. I don't fucking want this. The pitied looks I get from passersby as they look down at my skull. Sorry. As I look down at my scars, I push people away because I can't trust them. It scares me when they ask me for It scares me when they ask for something more. I can't be something I'm not. Don't you see? I'm just too heartless. I try to run away from home. I feel so alone. I can't bear it anymore. The slightest raise in a person's tone sets me off like fireworks crashing into a drone. The explosion is the scary part. I can't stop myself from pushing everyone away. I build walls up higher than they were before. Please just stay away. Don't come around me. I try to count sheep to clear my mind. Unsuccessfully failed every time. 1, 2, 3, a repeated rhyme. 3, 4, 5, a sickening crime. I think it's time for me to say. And that is Emma McGlown's piece. And I'm going to bring you guys up here to see what you thought of it. I wish I could see what she thought of it.
Wow.
I'll get her feedback later. What do you guys think?
Deep.
I love that.
Literally
That's
cut deep.
It's very
I
sad.
don't know. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
It is, but it's so emotional. She told me she wrote that piece when she was 13.
Oh,
I
wow.
believe she's either 19 or 20 now. And yeah, so I mean, her talent is just amazing, and it's very clear that she's had this talent for a long time, and just the way she's able to express her emotion so openly is amazing. And I mean, she got deeper in there than I sometimes even get, and reading it, I could feel it. Like there are a lot of stuff in there that I personally relate to, which is why when we were going over which piece she wanted me to do, this is the piece I asked to do, because I really, really connect with it, and I really like. There were parts of when I was reading that where I wasn't just reading someone else's piece. I was like, these were my truths as well. Like I was, you know what I mean? There are things in there that like I resonate with and that are connect with me too. So I hope you guys enjoyed my performance of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good.
very good.
Hopefully she's in a better mental place now than she was when she wrote that.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
there is this poet who I did with the mental health thing. Her name is Anna Wynne, and she has a poem very, very, very similar to that. And it's like I could hear the pain, and it literally lingers in your mind listening to it.
yeah, for sure. Like that piece. Like as soon as she sent it to me and I started reading it, like it resonated with me immediately, and it just it sticks in my mind. It's definitely going to be one that I go back and listen to a lot, for sure. Anybody else have any feedback? Yeah, Robert?
Yeah, when it got to the countdown part, I got worried about what it was counting down to. So that part just hit me pretty hard.
Yeah, I definitely like that, and that's kind of the vibe I tried to give when I was reading it, and hopefully when she was writing it, that's what she was trying to do. Hopefully I read it right, because I when I read it, I felt this sense of like impending doom, kind of, and that's why each time I wrote it, it got a little darker. My tone got a little darker because that's the way I perceived it. And it's also a little more desperate because she's trying over and over again, and it's just not fucking working. And that's the vibe I got from it. So yeah, that's how I tried to read it. Yeah, that was definitely an amazing piece. And I want to thank Emma one more time. Y'all can go follow her at Emma McGlown or McGlown, however you say her last name. She's gonna speculate her, I'm sure. Follow her on Facebook, and hopefully we'll have her on here in person at some point. And that being said, let's move on to our first of these artists tonight, which is Miss Tasanya. She's been on here before. She's a poet. You can follow her on Snapchat and Facebook at Tasanya Walker. You can also follow her on Instagram at Tasanya Rochelle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Or email her at strangehabits3@gmail.com. So let's play her flyer and get her up here. Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Y'all will have to excuse my appearance. I am fighting the flu.
Well, we appreciate you even more for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank
every
you.
time I say I'm going to get on, I end up canceling for some reason or another. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to cancel this time.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. And we really do understand. We don't hold it against you. Trust me, we have a lot more people that have canceled a lot more than you have. That's for sure. So, yeah, you've been on here before, but I don't want you to make your voice too sore. But if you want to add anything to your introduction or tell us anything about yourself, go ahead.
Like he said, I do poetry. I do short stories. I also read tarot cards. Hopefully the next time I'm on, I will be able to read. I don't read while I'm sick, so.
Yeah, not good energy.
But
not good
next
energy.
time I'm on, I will read your cards. And whoever else wants theirs done.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous for that, and I always say it's not because I don't do psychics because I don't believe in them, because I do believe in them, and I'm a little scared that they might see too much, and so, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and hopefully, you're able to give me a good reading, maybe an answer to a question or something. I really don't know how all that works.
Yeah, like I told you, just as long as you don't go into it with any negative thoughts, it'd be fine.
Right. I know you did a reading for my friend and he really benefited from it. He said that it really helped him. So that's what made me want to give it a shot. So yeah, next time you're on here. What are you doing for us tonight?
I'm gonna read a poem called The Eyes, and I wrote it probably about 3 years ago, I think.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna drop myself out of here and we'll hear it.
All right, so this is called The Eyes. Today I saw a pair of eyes stained red from tears. I asked wordlessly what had happened in all of those years. Those eyes spoke to me and told me tales of woe. Like even though his son lived through the cancer, he died even so. They told of battles lost and of friends fallen on a shore, of broken dreams and lovers gone, and of things that he could only wish for. They told of shame for being this way and desperation to be whole. But the saddest story was yet to come, and that's the story never told. The problem is not that the problem is not that this man is broken and alone, or that he's dirty and searching for a place to call home. It's not that he's asking for money or for food. The real problem lies in the hearts of me and you. It's not too hard to open your mouth and ask those eyes what they have seen. Speak to them and speak to them and see what they actually mean. Just because he's dirty doesn't mean that he's unclean. How can you judge him if you don't know where he's been? So next time you see a pair of eyes stained red from all the tears, don't hesitate to ask them to tell you of all the years.
Wow, I like that. Snaps and claps all around. That was amazing. I like how you took the concept of the eyes are the window to the soul, and you really like focused in on the story. And there's something like I talk about the way we treat homeless, especially homeless veterans, is fucking appalling.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They sacrifice so much and do so much, and then when they return, we just treat them like they're nothing.
Yeah. So that part hit me particularly hard. I like that you brought the side of it, the perspective of the real problem is you and me. It's our there's so much. There's only so much for the homeless. Being middle class or lower class ourselves, unless you're an upper class citizen with a fuck ton of money, there's not much you can do.
And the problem is that there are so many people out there with money and with power, but it's in the wrong damn hands.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's enough out there to help everybody, but the money and the power is in the wrong hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that you use, because our art, that is our power. I like that you use your power to bring light to topics like that. That is something I've always loved about you and your poetry. It's awesome. I'm gonna bring these people up here to what they love about you. Who wants to talk first?
Speak truth. That's all I have to say, because what my piece, the first piece, really links into what you said here. Because who are we to judge anyone right now? Because
who are we to judge anybody?
Yeah, we are in the same boat. We literally have to fight for each other, not with each other.
Yep.
Because I don't know your story, you don't know mine. So why should we judge each other? Because as Tupac said, only God could judge us. Yep. Because what you may see as a sin might have something. Because I remember the old cliche: if you have a dying mother and you go and steal from a drugstore, is it wrong for you to do it if you don't have the money to get it, or would you rather see a mother die? And that's the same feel I get from your poem.
Thank you. Like I've been writing poetry for a long time. I've probably been writing poetry since I was probably about 11 or so. But I haven't written in a while. I haven't written in a while. I wrote that one like three years ago.
Wow. Well, it's still very, very relevant.
Thank you.
Yeah. Polish, was there something you wanted to say? I didn't know.
I could really relate to the poem with everything that's going on today, just like he said. It's like if everybody could just come together, then maybe everybody would be okay. But we're too busy trying to be the upper person than to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too busy trying to fight each other.
I couldn't stop thinking about all the tents I see popping up in the woods around here. People who can't find homes. They're in tents in this freezing cold state. So that's been on my mind.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, absolutely. I did last week. I did a Christmas piece. It was not very jolly at all. One of the things I mentioned was I said something to the effect of I'm not in the spirit of Christmas because I'm forced to watch other people give their whole life to a cause out in the cold and the snow with the hope and stars. And it's just like, oh, how can I be like thankful that I'm in a warm house with my family? Like, I can be thankful for it, but like at a certain point, it's like I also kind of feel guilty, and I also kind of feel like, you know, part of me doesn't have a right to feel, you know, thankful for what I have. But people literally on Christmas just out on the side with no coat and just like cold as fuck, and they have no food, and that's their Christmas. That sucks. And it's because of our fucking society and our government that it is that way. But like I said, yeah, all we can do is use our power to try to bring light to it. You know, and I mean, you know, I try to give you know, homeless money, or I try to give them food if I can, because, and this is not like a judgmental thing. Now, I'm not saying every homeless person does drugs, and I'm not saying even a lot of them do. But on the off chance that they are hooked on something, I don't want to also be the reason that something else bad happens to them that's worse than being out in the cold, like would be. You know, so I try to give them money, or food, but mostly food if I can, or you know, whatever. But mostly what we can do is on platforms like this and our writing and whatnot to try to bring light to it. And you know that enough people doing it, that's going to affect the government, and that's going to change things in the long run, or at least I hope. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you bringing that. And I appreciate you being here, as sick as you are. Thank you. And if you have to go now, if you can't stick around to watch the rest of the show, that's absolutely fine. I understand. But it was
I'm gonna go and take me some medicine.
Yeah. Well, I hope you feel better. It was a pleasure having you.
I'm gonna watch the show tomorrow when it airs, so that I can add all of y'all.
Hell yeah! All right. Cool.
Yeah. Get well soon, because I know how it is. I am literally just getting over it.
Yeah, it
Me
sucks.
too.
It's really rough. I've had it since Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope that besides the cold, you had a good like emotional Christmas. I know it wasn't physically good, but I hope it was emotionally decent.
Yeah, like I said, when I'm not sick anymore, I will read cards. Like I said, I don't do it while I'm sick because it's just not enough clear energy going through. But when I'm not sick anymore, I will read cards. I'm not sure who said that. Who said they wanted their cards read?
I did.
You did? Okay. Well, then I'll add you too. So when I add y'all tomorrow, I'll reach out to y'all.
Hell yeah, that would be a great thought on the show. That's definitely something that.
Right, good night, guys.
Yeah.
All
Have a good
right.
night.
Good night.
All right, guys. That being said, we're gonna move on to our second artist of the night. This is Miss Poetless. Poetless Shakespeare. She's an author and a poet. She got 2 books out on Amazon right now. DNA, which stands for Don't Never Assume, and the sequel to DNA, The Results. They're both on Amazon right now. Go pick them up. And if you want to check out some of her performances, such as a new one that she has that she sent me, it's called Flowing Waters. You can find that on YouTube and subscribe at the channel Red Designs 956. That's R.E.D.DESYGNZ 956. And it'll I'm gonna play her flyer and we'll get her up here and see if she has anything to add to that. Yeah.
Show me the gateway to heaven, and I will show you an unconscious alleyway of lonely souls to hell. Damn. I'm not sure what my purpose is, but I know God did not put me here for nothing, because He makes nothing. As I sit in front of my dreams and we battle back and forth to see who's winning, who's not, you know, that pit-pat. It has my mother wondering what is wrong with my child, but you see, the whole time what's wrong with me is I don't know me. God, I'm not sure why you made me the way you made me, but let's have a talk, God, you see. I'm not sure if you know that your creation is down here hurting, as the children would say. This is ghetto. I have to deal with untamed thoughts. I have to deal with my dreams, and not to mention I have to deal with no's. But see, they have become my best friend because every no has set me up to be the woman that I'm destined to be. Hear me when I say I am the lion of my kingdom, and my kingdom shall not fall, because I own that. And I stand behind that. I'm like a product. Bank me on that. I advise you to get your sponsorships ready because I'm ready to take flight. And if you're not on this flight, I feel sorry for you. But you will know my name before I leave Virginia. You may not like me, you may not invite me back, but at the end of the day, you know who I am. I advise you to get your dreams in order, ladies, because at the rate we're going, we need more of me walking around. This little black girl has been through more hell and more hot water than anyone can imagine. But yet I still stand strong. I will be that little black girl that will go up to any door and knock it down and say, this is my residency, whether you like it or not. I won't be that little black girl that Hollywood will put out with no on-off switch. I will not pay rent somewhere that I have created. I am that little black girl that everyone will say, dang, I want to be just like her. You can, sis, because you are that little black girl.
Come on.
Woo!
Damn, okay.
Look around you. Look where we are.
Hey, what's up? And there's that YouTube channel on that book I was talking about, right up on that flyer for y'all. How you doing?
I am awesome. I think that was the wrong video. That wasn't Flowing Waters. That was the old flyer.
Yeah, no, that was an old flyer. I didn't have time to add it in, and I couldn't. I couldn't figure out how to pull the video off of YouTube. And put it like on there. I need it like as a video file.
Okay, I got you.
But I wanted to at least plug Flowing Waters because your producer sent it to me, and I wanted to at least throw it in there. And I listened to it. I loved it. It was awesome. I love the music behind it. I think it flows very well with everything. So everybody go check that out on YouTube. It's called. It's really awesome.
I'm a whole lot nicer in that video.
Yeah, it's definitely softer.
It's a different feel.
But you know what? I mean, I like that. That's one of the things I like about you is you have a lot of variety in what you do. You know what I mean? You have this way of just you can come in like a lion or a sheep, but like either way, it's just like super powerful. You know, it's
Either
always
way.
super powerful what you do. You know. So yeah, for sure. And was this your producer that just commented up here?
Yeah.
I don't know who. Yeah, hell yeah. We got the producer in the house tonight. Hell yeah. Well, you want to add anything to your introduction or tell us anything about yourself? Go ahead.
So I'm dope. I mean, not too much to that. like the raw kind of dope. I'm the dope that they had back in the 80s. So, you know, I mean, what else can I say? I can't say too much, 'cause then, you know, I'll be wanting by the feds, like, gosh, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, you certainly are dope, and we're ready to hear more dopeness from you tonight. So, what's the first piece you're gonna be doing?
What was it? The year of the calendar, I think it was. I think that's what it
The
was. That's the
year,
first piece.
the year,
The year
the
of the choice,
year,
something about the calendar.
the year. I think it was you said to me as the year of cause, the year of the
That's
the
that's
year of the
that's what it is. I knew it was something. That's
year
what
of the
it is.
cause. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm gonna pop it up here and get myself out of here.
I was today years old when I realized how people will allow them to be so conditioned by a calendar. You see, it's so funny that people will live 364 and a half days just to prove to themselves that they can live in denial and still have the sense of praise. So you see, on that half day, it's something about that last half hour, that last half day, whatever you try to put it, it makes people want to think about things, but they're still in denial. So at 11:59, what do they do? Everybody seems to bow their heads and call on the God that they have no knowledge of, or even think they found them. So everybody shout hallelujah, but it's still 11:59. So while everybody's head is bowed and knees are down, you think about the last thing you want in life right before that clock go tick. But do people ask for more life? No. Instead, they say, this year I'm going to go on a diet. This year I'm going to do this, but nobody really asks for more life, if that's even possible. So as the clock ticks, everybody is still praising to Jehovah, to Buddha, to whoever they feel victim to call upon, and yet their whisper still go unheard. So on that first day, everybody feel like Thanos, where everything has just disappeared and then things go back to where they want it to be, but yet you get a new life and don't even realize it, because everybody going back to the same reality of their New Year's resolution, but yet here comes that time again. It's day one, and everybody is so hooked on phonics that nobody seems to read in between the lines of what's going on in today's society, so they skip along. And then there's a certain day that everybody have a day to dream, but nobody's awakened from that dream. But yet that same man years ago still said he believed in the dream. Maybe this year will be the dream that that man dreamt of will actually come true. But now we're not worried about that, because see, we already passed the first. And see, this is the 15th, and when you're in the middle of the month, there's nothing to be too much prepared about. So then we moved on. This is the month where every kiss begins with K, that's wrapped up in that beautiful black box with that ribbon on it. But watch out, make sure the ring size is right. If not, then you'll have a problem at the end of the night, because you see, everybody knows the bigger the rock, the bigger the kiss, the harder you fall in love, so say. But at least that's what the sale says, right? Okay, moving on up. Wait a minute, we have to salute the president. As soon as we find, I want you to salute. Did I say that? I really did, because see, in history class, they say we're supposed to salute the president, but when we have a president to salute moving forward. Then we have my favorite month that nobody seems to get recognized. That's the month of the women, so called, but see, we too busy called bitches and whores that we think that's the normal thing. So when it's time to be called the woman, we neglect that part. But don't worry, we have a drink for that on St. Patty's Day. Everybody celebrates St. Patty's Day. Because see, I've been drowning in my sins and my anger for months now, and it's the only day that I can get recognized for without getting in trouble. I can down a fifth and always sing about my fellow hollows, because you see, at the end of the day, at the end of the bar, that someone's going to pass me a drink. That's why I like to celebrate this day. I'm not going to forget that day. Next up, we have my favorite month, the month where every blunt feel like a dumbbell, and it's legal to walk around and the blunt feel more lifted than life itself. I'm free that whole month. Not only am I free on the bushes that I smoke, or the herbs that intoxicates my body, but yet I'm free on the words, because it's poetry month and I know I'm hella dope. So as I puff the trees and I let my words fly toward clouds of peace. Remember, I only got 31 days to get it right, but still at first I gotta act the fool. You know how we do, right? Let me backtrack. I forgot about something. Nobody realized that you matter in all of this, but yet you want a new start. So as the calendar goes on and the month begins to flow, and then there's a holiday for this and a holiday for that. But I realized we are so conditioned. Because if you really think back, When we celebrate Easter, when did God really arisen? Is it in March or in April? So see, I failed to deal with religion because of that reason. That's why I skipped that part. But nobody want to talk about that. And then you have Thanksgiving that comes around, and you sit there, you sit around a table with family that you don't even like, meditate, you even hate, and then here go Christmas. But let's backtrack. That was God really born on the 25th? Was that just a figment of our imagination, just to sell more gifts, just to get a sale that nobody really want to miss? But yeah, we're going to celebrate it. But what about June the 19th? That's when we was really free. But yet everybody is still at soul for a Black Friday sale. That's when everybody think they really free because their pockets is right. See how that gets misconstrued and constructed? I understand. It's something about a calendar. I tell you, when you go down them dates. But see, the funny thing about it in life, through the whole year of 2023, I learned to manipulate the system. I think the day should be Valentine's Day because I'm full of love. Why not? I felt like last week was Mother's Day, but nobody wished me a happy Mother's Day or gave me a card for it. I guess I gotta wait till next May. Not That's not mention Father's Day, but yeah, there's a gay parade going on, and everybody going to be lit. Like, think about the veterans that's out here every day that has a can in their hand asking for change, but everybody give him a bottle of booze because he got the best stories, right? But there's another day that we neglect. Should I keep going, or should I just go ahead and just let y'all continue to live in this fantasy world that we have to celebrate these man-made holidays? I'd be damned if I allow another holiday to consume my heart and my emotions instead of me getting trick facts first. Nobody talks about Kwanzaa. Nobody talk about the pieces that can bring. But yet we can always run to that sale. You see how that get misconstrued? If it's sale for it, that we're going to buy it must be right. Nobody talks about the things that bring us joy in the middle of the night. We forget about those holidays. But excuse me, let me allow you to go down your calendar and pick the days that suit you best. In peace.
Well, god damn, you out here spitting some facts, girl. You talking some shit. You saying some shit that needs to be heard, that needs to be said, man. Like, you bringing out some of the dark, fucked up shit about these holidays, and I mean, and I'd love that you fit in there. That, like, what about these ones that we don't fucking talk about? Like, I love how you ended that piece. Like, let me go down your calendar and just pick the ones that suit you best, because yeah, and oh man, there's so many lines in there like that I want to like pick down and like really get into that like really struck me. Like, I loved the Black Friday line. And
so
yeah,
true.
everybody really feels free because their pockets are right. I know that the Thanos line was dope. I love that shit. That was great. That was great. Yeah.
You might be the only, besides you and my producer, you might be the only ones that catch that because I'm a
Nah,
Marvel
we got
fanatic.
lots of Marvel fans on here. We got lots of Marvel fans on here. Don't you worry. Hell yeah, dude. I'm always talking about Spider-Man and the Hulk and shit on here.
Oh,
Yeah, you know. I'm always making references. I'm gonna bring these other two up here to see what they thought.
Dang. Excuse me. I am the Thanos fan, okay? We gotta snap on that poem because well, as Thanos said, that poem was inevitable.
exactly. At this point, that's what we need right there to snap this world back.
One thing, like with the Black Friday line, it
Mhm.
reminded me of the one I did when I came on for the Thanksgiving show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I from what I heard, like all our poetry literally have tied into each other without even knowing it.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean,
Because
my Christmas piece. I think I talked about
Mhm.
the homeless problem that we have in America on my Christmas piece and my Thanksgiving piece. There's something I also talked about in my Thanksgiving piece was the Native Americans and how the holiday actually got started. So that part reminded me a lot of my piece, where it was kind of bringing to light some of the darker aspects of this holiday and how it got started. And it's like, and I talked on one hand about like you know, not being proud of it and you know, hating how it got started. But then on the other hand, about, you know, how I just wanted the holiday to be about peace and love and just eating food with your family and being grateful for it. But yeah, that reminded me a lot of. But you went so much deeper and you dug into all the holidays. You were just like check all of them. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Robert, you have something you want to add?
Yeah. I was trying to think of any holidays that like didn't have any negative aspects to them. I thought of Earth Day, Arbor Day, and that's all.
Earth Day. I can ruin Earth Day for you right now. The same way.
Please don't. Yeah. So my head is like spinning with thoughts about origins of holidays and like the
they're all pretty fucking
negative aspects of each day. Like, yeah.
It's just like everybody, how I look at it. If it's a sale for it, then people are gonna go out for it. Just like for any reason, as long as it's a sale for it, like yes, it's a sale. Like I was watching Thanksgiving. I had seen the movie Thanksgiving. And I don't want to laugh, but now that I'm thinking about my poem, it really makes sense because in the beginning of the poem, it's like instead of people being home eating, watching football, they're in front of a freaking bootleg Best Buy for a daggone toaster. And they are fighting. People are losing. And I'm watching like, are these people serious?
Or a kid's toy or a PlayStation or yeah, and they kill. Oh, I used to see people on the news straight up like try to kill each other over that shit.
Yes, but I remember one year. I remember when I first started driving. This is no joke. And my mother used to work at Walmart, and I swear I think my mother was a hit woman. I swear. So she called me and she was like, "Don't go around the back. We can't go around the back." I said, "What you mean?" I said, "No, I'm not going to jail for you tonight, mother." But anyway, so I had to go around the front. And I'm standing in line. At this time, they wouldn't let you in until like 12 midnight or whatever. So me and my brother be standing out there. Now, I already got my daughter's stuff. And the lady in the line, she looked at me. She's like, "Oh, she better not touch my car." And I'm starting to laugh. So she was like, "Oh, you think it's funny?" I said, "Lady, I will beat you up in this store for no reason. Leave me alone." I said, "Because I didn't got all my stuff. I'm just doing this for my mother. I don't want to be in here. Turn around and wait in line and leave me alone." I said, "Because you're going to lose your life over a daggone big wheel. A big wheel that I don't even know." But people be going crazy, and I'm sitting there.
I work retail. I'm an assistant manager at Dollar General, and I mean I just worked the holiday this past couple weeks, and people, I mean, it's too crazy, but people can be. I mean, on just a normal day, people can be assholes and really like make your job very, very hard and make it hard for everybody else to shop around them. It's like
it does.
We all have places to be too. Calm down.
I'm just so blessed.
Yeah.
I'm just so blessed that my daughter wasn't one of those kids who just wanted everything because she didn't. It was me who went outraged, and she was like, "Mom, I don't need it." So I would go to the store and just laugh at parents. Like that would be my thing. Like for Black Friday stuff, because I already went shopping, saying nothing else to do. I'm like, "Look at that. She ain't got no money, and she laid on everything. She gonna get her daughter's gift, and her daughter's not gonna like that." And my brother said, "Why do you do that?" I said, "Because it's ridiculous how parents will go crazy to get their kids a gift just to say I did that." And I'm like, you better go get a job and buy your own goddamn Marvel toys or the daggone game or something. You know what prices of gas is and eggs and stuff. But you see parents like, "I ain't gonna pay the light bill because they want a PS." Oh, what? Are you crazy? Like,
oh yeah, people need to put their priorities straight.
Like people go crazy for Christmas for certain holidays. They have a sale, and I'm sitting like, y'all about to go broke for what reason? I don't get it.
Yeah. That comes just like when I did. I can't remember which one of the poems last week where I say, "Test the down." Oh yes, test the down season.
The damn season.
Yeah, because you want to go broke for people who you don't even talk to.
Exactly. That part.
Tis the
Or you
damn
not
season.
that part. Or people you're not even gonna talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because and like in that same Tissadan season, you want to buy a white elephant gift, but and this was the entire talk. You're given this white elephant gift, but you are overlooking the elephant in the room every day of the year just to give someone you don't like a gift.
Yeah. I agree with that. I love how it wasn't necessarily an attack. It was more like you stupid fucks. What are you doing?
That's exactly what it was.
You
Thank you
stupid
for getting
fucks.
that
Like it was a
part.
stupid slap. It was like
Thank you. That's exactly what it was. I got so much backlash, and it got to the point where I just laughed at him. Like, see, this is why I write poetry for people like you. People like you. I don't care what you do. I'm just saying I'm just stupid, like you say. I'm stupid, but okay.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Stupid.
Well,
Yeah, it was
thank
like
you. No, go ahead.
like entire year of everything that could go wrong and does go wrong, all compiled in one poem.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's excellent.
Pretty
The
much.
year of prey.
When did you write that?
Today.
Oh damn! God damn!
Wow.
Hell yeah! Helen, you killed that shit. You
Like
killed that shit.
hours before.
I'm
But it was
very
so funny
impressed.
because I had reconstructed this one. I had started writing it like a while ago. I just never finished it. But when I look at the growth from my writing then to I felt so much in love with me and my pen. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a beast with this one. I said, I can't wait to 9 o'clock. Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
I love when I write a piece like that where it's just like, oh, I know this one is.
Especially when you have an out of body experience, you just look at yourself while you pregnant. You be like, look at me go. Yes, let's go. Like that's how I felt right now. I had a whole out of body experience watching me perform. They're like, that's me. That'd be me.
That's kind of how I
so in love
felt
with her.
writing my Christmas piece last week. Like I wrote that shit like in 3 days, and I was like, this is either gonna be one of my best shit or one of my worst shit. But I just had this feeling. I was like,
It was the best.
yeah.
Best of the year.
Yes,
And
thank you guys for bringing the new year with me.
Thank you for having me. Like,
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking
thank
about.
you.
Yeah. Well, happy New Year, guys, and thank you for doing that piece. We'll see you in a few minutes for your second piece, and that brings us around to Mr. Uno, who has requested that we don't play his flyer tonight. We'll just get right into it.
Yes.
So what's up, man?
Yeah. So I say I'm doing it because this way, because I would always want to be like, when an author come out with their books, they'll find a library, they'll find somewhere, go read to the people and let them hear.
You got books out on Amazon though, right? I did forget to mention.
This is oh no, my background not doing it. But my background is the book, which is called Midnight.
What's that?
So, yeah, and this piece is called What Of My Children. And from hearing the very first two poems, I actually seen the link to both of them within this one poem. Because where we spoke about earlier, the people who have the power doing nothing. And this literally calling out the people who rule our countries and damage it and cause their blinded followers to destroy it even more. Because as she was saying with you choosing which days you want to follow. And who makes you want to follow those days? The people in charge. And why they do want to do it? It's all about the money. It's the season to make money. Yep. And the season is 365, next year 366.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna drop myself out here so you can tell him, and yeah, let's watch this piece. Is
Yes. Watch out, my children. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man reigns. In the land of the corrupt, there is no one to blame. Politicians bribe and leaders deceive. Blinded followers follow, never to leave. Their greed and their lust, it is all they can see. No longer caring for their people or their liberty. They twist and they turn. Their lies become an art. Their conscience, long gone, no longer has a part. People are awaking. Their eyes begin to clear. Shackles of corruption, they slowly break free from fear. Their voices grow stronger, their message clear. They want a new dawn. They want a new year. They demand transparency, honesty, and truth from their leaders, their politicians, and their religious booth. They see that the few have taken too much, leaving the many struggling poverty's clutch. Though the corrupt will fight back with all their might, their actions exposed, they will lose the fight. People should stand together, never falter. Their power shall be stronger than the blindfolded altar. Let this be a warning to those who deceive. People will unite, they will believe in a future that is fair, that is just, that is right. They will fight for it with all their might. And that is watch out, my children.
hell yeah, dude. That's one of my favorite pieces you've done. I am a big fan of the pieces that call out our scumbag government and the corruption in our world. And you are excellent at doing that, and excellent at giving that sense of like camaraderie where we're all banding together to fight this evil. And that's really what we need to do, is band together and fight this fucking evil. And I appreciate you for being on here and doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, because we ourselves will forget the power we have. Because, as I say, the powers that be will blind their followers to see the differences. And that, once the blindfolds come off, then you can see we are the same. There's no difference.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of what I try to do with this show is show you all that we're all the same. No matter whether we're white, black, short, tall, freaking gay, bisexual, whatever trans, whatever it is. You live in Trinidad, live in America. Like we all have shit going on, and it makes us feel the same way inside, and we all connect in that way. And we all, I mean, I love having people on here that are so like-minded and like me want to fight against the fucking corruption in this world. Because it's fucked up, man. I'm gonna bring these other artists up here to see. I think Poetless might be away from.
Here she is.
Yeah. Robert, do you have anything you want to say?
I just want to say we need to go to Washington. That's what me and you need to do. We need to go to Washington. And we're going. I noticed something. They can't say no to little people. They're scared of us. So see, you go, and I'ma go. Man, that's what we're going to do.
I'm not that little. I'm 5'4", okay?
I'm 4'6", so I will be the littlest one. So look, when I take over, I'm gonna be president. You could be the vice president, and that's how we're gonna rock it. See, it's gonna be a little people's world. It's gonna be a little people's world. We taking over. That's what we doing.
The vice president of little.
Well, I have a joke for one of our politicians. He's short, and how I will usually call him out is he is the shortest person on the highest seat.
Cool beans, see?
I like that.
Because size doesn't matter. You could be corrupt any size you want to be.
You ain't never lied. Look at Napoleon. That dude was.
The leader of North Korea. He's like this short little Asian dude.
Look, that's my uncle. We talked about that. Look, that's my uncle. We talked about his attitude. Be the right
Wait. You're a little Kim's niece?
Look, I tend not to talk about my family tree alive, okay?
Damn, that's messed up.
I can't. I'm not allowed to pick my family. They just given to me, okay? Please don't fault me in my gene pool.
Shit. Oh man. Robert, were you trying to? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you there.
I was thinking about like how many countries that that poem could apply to. Those are such common problems in governments and countries with a very rich upper class all over. And it got me thinking about in America here about the way we treat work. Like we've been sold this mindset that we've got to work until we die. And I've been seeing pushback to that now from Gen Z and younger generations. So your poem made me think about all that stuff.
Even after COVID, I mean, even a lot of the older generation started doing it too. They either got businesses at home or they got on unemployment and stopped working. And I mean, the COVID really hit everybody big. And then after that, I won't name any names, but certain politicians came into power who raised the prices of everything. And things just got a lot harder for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I think that definitely did a lot of pushback.
Yeah, because the blind folks finally coming off that altar.
Honestly, I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I was raised that, you bust your ass every fucking day and you don't let up until you're fucking dead. But here's the thing. Busting your ass doesn't necessarily have to mean working a job you don't like or breaking your back or, giving yourself knee problems or carpal tunnel or whatever the hell it is. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Like, if this show goes far enough, this could be my career, and I can still bust my ass at this show and bust my ass writing and still, you know what I mean? An artist's life isn't easy. It's still a job, but it's a job that I enjoy. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like, both generations are right. The first generation is right, where you should bust your ass every day and always strive to be better each day. But then the other generation is right, where you shouldn't have to work 40-hour weeks, every 40 to 60-hour weeks, every fucking week, just to stay alive. That shouldn't be. There should be a happy to enjoy our lives and enjoy. A company of people around us too, without having to always be at fucking work. I mean, I know personally, especially this past holiday, I've loved the hours, I've loved the money, but it has put a dent in my relationship with my girlfriend. In the sense that we just haven't been seeing a lot of each other. So yeah, that's definitely That's definitely
No,
something.
because we all will, because we have to think about it too this way. We will be working for money, right? Everything is taxed. Every dollar we make, we have to literally pay to live. And who actually benefits from our labor? We don't. The money
No,
that we make, we do not get anything really from it. But it's our overlords in the world who will, just like the other poem last week when I say for a silent night. When the bombs stop, then we could actually sleep and have sugar plums in our head. But who is the one pushing for this power, that power, and claim land that isn't theirs? The leaders. And they want to do things, they're making deals amongst themselves. When it goes bad, they will want to blame the citizen. They wouldn't want to say that we are the problem. As I say, politics is the greatest reality show. They will be fighting on camera. The blinded citizens will follow them, but they're laughing at us because we are their show.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to ask you guys. You guys are into like superhero shit like that. Have either of you seen The Boys? It's a TV show on Amazon Prime, and it is so obviously I can tell by your reaction, but it is so it's basically if superheroes were real, but they were basically just they're faces of the company. Their powers are real, but they're super, but they're not actually heroes. They're just celebrities. They're there to make the company money. You know, they do all the news broadcasts and stuff like that. But they're all a bunch of corrupt, sadistic fucks. And basically, it's obviously a sci-fi show. It outlines a lot of problems in our own society and like brings a really like good light onto it. And I recommend anybody who is into that kind of thing, whether it be superheroes, fucked up shit, which I'm into, or you know, just shows that or movies or whatever that kind of outline political problems in our own world. Definitely a good show to go check out. So yeah, and if you've seen it, and for the audience who has know why it kind of ties into that conversation, because it is very much that writer, whoever wrote that show, his way of putting his artwork to bring light to the corruption in this world. Yeah, so that's definitely something I get a lot of my inspiration from TV shows and stuff like that.
That's what I do too. I do the same thing. I get that from that in books. Like I got a big thing about this, like, but some things reading I've been into like the moon energy and stuff like that, and it's really, really dope.
Yeah.
So I've really been like changing my mindset and watching what I've been watching and stuff.
Man, I can't wait for that tarot card reading next time. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great, dude. Oh yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. We'll catch you again for your second. That brings us to our last artist in the rotation, which is our newest artist to the circle. Welcome to the circle, Robert. His name is Robert Frost, or not Robert Frost. That's someone different. Robert Foster. He's an author. He's got a book out on Amazon right now called Morgan's Mount. And he's also got a website you can go follow. You follow him, probably check out some of his content, his book, stuff like that at robertjfosterwrites.wordpress.com. You can also follow him on Facebook at Robert Foster Writes. So let's play his flyer and get him up here.
The only good thing about the cottage was the coffee machine. It was a compact, drafty place constructed of densely packed round stones that failed to hold in heat. He had drunk 3 cups of coffee by the time the door opened and Alan walked in, and he was still shivering. A rush of biting air wafted toward him and was not cut off until another form huddled in behind Alan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'd love to be as good as Frost, but I'm not.
I'm
Not
sure.
quite
I'm
there.
sure you got a little frost in you.
Yeah.
I definitely like the sample you sent me, though it was short. I like your reading style and your description. Definitely, I'm excited to hear more. Yeah, you want to add to? I gave you a little bit about yourself. I've been here before. So.
Yeah, sure. Well, I started writing for fun when I was little, but I never tried to publish anything until I was like sitting around one day when I was like 43, going, I've always wanted to publish a book, but I never tried. It's about damn time. So I tried.
Yeah, how old are you?
47.
47. Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
man. That's, you know what? And I always say, I try to always say that too. It is never too late to chase your dreams. Never. You could wake up tomorrow morning and be like, I don't wanna do this shit anymore. And you could be 40, 50, 60, like you still have mind enough to do it. You can do it. I mean, that's not, don't get me wrong, that doesn't apply to everything. If you're like 80-year-old and you have a walk, you probably can't become a wall climber or, a skydiver. Like that might be out of the list. But I mean, for the most part, I like to encourage people, no matter how old you are, or how young you are, you can always do dreams. I know that sounds corny, but it's true. It really is.
No, it's good. I like it. I mean, why not try?
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're doing good. You got your book out on Amazon now.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about the book?
Yeah. It's a ghost story with kind of a crime twist to it. I was thinking about all the movies I watched when I was little, and action movies about tough guys who could beat up everyone they met.
Yeah,
I wanted to know
Bruce Willis, John Wick, Jason Statham, those.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, all them.
Yeah. Bruce Lee. He's the Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. The ultimate.
Yep.
The ultimate.
I love all that stuff. I wanted to know, what would happen to one of those guys if he was up against something he couldn't punch or kick or shoot or stab, like a ghost. Yeah, exactly. So so I wrote that story.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And you're going to be sharing some of that with us tonight?
Yeah, I've got a little excerpt from the point of view of the bad guy, the villain.
Okay, cool. All right, that's interesting. I like that. All right, man. I'm gonna got myself out of here. We got an excerpt from Morgan's mouth, and
all right. The study. Low wooden rafters crisscrossed above a long, dark table, and an old padded chair in the room below sat a man who no longer required the use of furniture. He had no body with which to sit. Once, people had spoken of the way his light blue eyes could hold a person in place with their stare. Now, sightless holes that held nothing but white peered up from the chair at a hanging quilt. A patchwork design, the quilt had been sewn long ago by Constance Morgan, Aldrid's great-great-grandmother. His mind wandered from one family member to the next, thinking fondly of few, disgusted by others. They'd been fools for the most part. Not since the days of Constance had the Morgans been a force in the world. The likes of his sainted mother were now being insulted by the only living remnant of her line, Martin, who'd sought to dissociate himself from the family to the extreme of adopting the name Fisher, such an ordinary surname. It probably came from Martin's peasant-ridden paternal line. This could all be traced back to Martin. The new man who spoke like a Yankee was a hired gun, a big fool. No weapon could harm Aldred. Didn't they realize that people had tried such tactics before? He wasn't sure they'd return to try again, but he hoped so. The chance to prove once again that he was king in this domain was irresistible. He salivated for it. The challenge was accepted if the challenger dared enter the ring for a second round. It was, however, not the American that truly weighed on Aldred's mind. It was the other one, Alan. For years, Alan had been in and out of the mount, studying, searching, talking to the girl, but never posing a threat. He had, in fact, been responsible for much of the castle restoration. As Aldred could no longer care for the building himself, Alan had become a tolerable guest. Better to allow the man to pass safely through these halls than let them fall to ruin. Things had changed. The caretaker was now an active opponent. It tasted of betrayal. There would be no more safe passage given in Morgan's Mount. That's it.
I like that, man. You mentioned that we don't have enough authors on here, and I think I agree with you. We don't have enough story time. It's nice to sit down and kind of listen. Like, you have a nice reading voice, very good description, very good vocabulary, and it's very nice. Like, sometimes, with poetry, I kind of feel this overwhelming need to really break it down, give the artist like my feedback, and I do understand with story too, but less so about because a lot of poems are a lot of poems longer than that chapter, but it's just nice to kind of be able to relax and absorb in the world for a minute. And I think as a writer, like that's your job. A fictional writer is you do very well at that. Pulling me into that fictional world is sort of like pulling me out of my own from. So yeah, that was fantastic. I like that.
Awesome.
And I definitely want to check out the book. It sounds really fucking cool. And that my dad's on here. He commented. He said it's definitely his kind of thing, and it's definitely my kind of thing too. That is a cool twist. I grew up on those like action movies too, like like Bruce Willis and like the Transporter, and just those like where they're they're those guys who get hired to do something crazy or whatever, and just having that like fantasy horror twist. It's awesome. I really like that. I'm gonna bring these all up with me and see if they have any questions or comments for you. Right.
Well, my feel of that, I still say it reminded me of a movie. It actually reminded me of one of the ones I saw, which is Bullet Train. And when you were talking about the safe passage, I think that was the first thing like I was thinking about from that movie. And
awesome.
it sounds cool, but if you didn't say it was from the mind of the villain, I would not have believed it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was cool. Polish.
Motherfucker, I had to change the earbuds. Sorry it died. Awesome. I really like the message that you put in it, and I liked how you had it all outlined for people to get it at their own leisure, I should say. But I really like the whole concept behind it. It was really dope.
Thank you.
Definitely, yeah. Thanks for sharing that with us. And like I said, you're definitely right. We don't have enough story time on here. We don't have enough fictional authors on here, and I can't wait to have you back on. And Elizabeth, the lady who referred to you, she's wonderful. She's an amazing writer. I can't wait to have her back on as well. Hopefully, I think January. Don't quote me on that, but I think that we might have her. So yeah, it's definitely good to have because I mean I started my writing like career, but I started like writing when I was younger, mostly like fantasy stories, and you know I always had this big imagination. I played big elaborate make-pretend games with my brother and my friends, and I this one in particular later in life kind of developed a big story for me, and yeah, that's like my main source of media is fantasy and horror and sci-fi, and I'm just like really into that, and I hope I can get more people like you on here because yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, and we'll catch you in a few minutes for another chapter. Okay?
Awesome. Hey.
All right, cool, man. That's gonna bring us back around to Miss Poetless Shakespeare over here. How you doing?
Oh, I am awesome.
Yeah. It's a good show tonight. I'm liking it. You are all fantastic artists, and thank you all so much for coming on. This is awesome, and bringing in the new year.
Every time you have me on the show, I don't know what it is, but the energy match every time. Like the right show to put me on. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean
amazing.
That's honestly, I don't even. A lot of that just falls in place. I book people who are available and can come on, and a lot of the times I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know if these people are gonna vibe with each other. We always fucking do. We always do because that's what this show is about. Is we're connecting because like me and Uno were talking about, we're all the same. We're all the same. You know what I mean? And that's really what this show is about. Yeah. So I always try to bring that vibe. For real.
You definitely do. You keep it up. You definitely do because I feel it. Even when I watch the show, I'm like, yes.
I appreciate you. Noticing that. My dad just commented. He wanted to know what the name of his book was again. It was Morgan's Mouth. Morgan's Mouth. You can go check it out on Amazon.
I'm definitely gonna check that out because I love reading.
Answer him real quick. Anyway, what's the second piece you're doing for us?
So the second piece is my on me moment. So it's pretty much. So it's pretty much. So how they say on my mother, I'm gonna do this. So it's like when you're gonna do something for you, like you doing everything. It's like on my mother, I'm gonna do this. On my stepdaddy, I'm gonna do this.
Oh,
So at one moment you like on me, I swear on me, I'm gonna do this. So that's where I got that whole vibe.
hell yeah! That you'll see at the end that relates to the piece that I'm gonna do. Manifest destiny, like shit's
You
on me.
see?
Hell yeah, hell yeah! All right, I'm gonna drop myself out of here. Let's hear it.
Woke up this morning on straight beast mode. Attitude straight savage. I swear this is going to be the moment that I stand on me 10 toes. You see, for so long, I always have that concept like if I stand on something else, they have to bring me to my toes. But what happens when there's no one there and I have to stand on my own too? So, in this moment on me, I'm going to get my lick back. I'm not standing because I want to be cocky. I'm just standing because it's owed to me. Ode to the poet who stood on so many stages and gave her heart even when nobody wanted to listen, but you put that on everything except on you. I bet you now they're listening. This is for that little girl who grew up not feeling like she was enough, not being able to speak up because nobody wanted to hear it. On me, she's going to have her voice. Oh, and then there's that woman that I'm destined to be on me. I swear this is my moment. You see, for so long, I have dedicated so many countless moments to people who didn't mean me any good just to say that I had something to fall on. But yet, the whole time that I was thinking about it, I really needed me. I was dead 10 strong when everybody left me. Who did I had to depend on me? It wasn't nobody else in that mirror to look back with tears rolling down my eyes but me. So, hereforth, I'm standing on me. Because after all, she was only there for me as well. You see, there's countless nights when I tried to call my best friend and it seemed like our calls wasn't going through right. So I had to stand on what? On me. That's even sometimes I reached up to John like, John, I know you see me. And sometimes he got to say, not now, my child. So I had to stand on what? On me. I never talked about love because there was something that my lips could never pronounce. But you see, on me, I'm going to get it. I guess it feels pretty good having an on me moment because there's nobody else to laugh at. You can laugh at yourself when you fall. There's nobody to depend on to pick you up except you when you have to fall. So I guess it's kind of cool to have a on me moment because see, at the end of the day, everything that I know that I own, I don't have to worry about sharing with nobody because that's on me. In peace.
God damn, that shit's on me. Hell yeah. You got that shit, yo. So I mean, yo, like I say this all the time. All my shit's somewhere in the middle of I'm a piece of shit and I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so unconfident and I'm fucking better than all you motherfuckers. I'm a big
Exactly.
ass. I'm a fuck and like all my shit's right in the middle and like yo, you need sometimes you need to be over here. You need to be on that like on me shit like that like
Mm-hmm.
me against the fucking world when it comes down to it. Ain't nobody got my back but me, you know.
Exactly.
I love how you illustrated that like you know sometimes I tried to call my best friend and it seems like the calls just weren't going through right. Like just sometimes, man,
It be like that.
even the closest of friends, like you, it's just on you. It's just on you.
Yep.
You know, you got to deal with your own shit at the end of the day. I love
You
that,
have to.
man.
You
On
have to.
and
And
that's yo.
it's crazy because this is like think about this how many times you really give people credit where credit's not really due to them. It's like,
Right.
wait a minute. Hold up, I remember that conversation. I told you I need to talk to somebody. It was 2:30 and you told me to call you in the morning, but yet I ain't cried at night. That was on me. I didn't have you there to talk to. So when you really think about things that you really had to do on your own, you're like, wait a minute, it's been on me for like a long time, but I kept putting on somebody else just so they can get the credit. But
And then
sometimes
you
don't
and
give
then
your own
you
stuff credit.
sometimes you just want to feel like you have someone to fall back on and you want to feel that secure safety blanket, but sometimes, man, like going back to the superhero references, you know what Superman's cape is made out of? His childhood blanket, his baby blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
And he literally the strongest, most powerful man in the world
In the world.
still
Yep.
wears his fucking baby blanket because
And
he's
don't care.
still insecure and he still wants that safety and that protection from someone else. But at the end of the day, he's Superman. It's on him.
Yep.
I love that. I love that shit.
That's how it would be because nobody doesn't, I don't know, it seems like people forget them in the midst of everything. And we get so brainwashed that people feel like if once they do something for you, it's like I did that. It's like now you owe them the whole world. But then it was like, okay, take that one moment compared to all the other moments that I really needed you that really mattered besides that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree that and wow, when did you write that piece? I gotta say, first of all, both your pieces complement each other very well. And they're very, very like with the theme of our New Year's special. It definitely
I
fits
wrote
the
that.
theme.
That was like 10 minutes ago when I was sitting here backstage chopping it up. I was like, oh, let me write this.
God damn, yo, holy shit. Yo, I'm bringing the other artists up here. That's fucking impressive.
I mean, I just,
Oh yeah.
that was on me for real. For real, that's the on me
Well,
moment right there.
well, of course, we have to keep ourselves accountable, duh. Plus, we have to take care of ourselves. So, because that's who we are.
There's this thing, and I've taken a few psychology classes, not college courses, but when I was in high school. And one of the things we talked about was Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and it's this triangle. And our first need is food and shelter, and it goes up from there. And food, shelter, and then personal care, like personal, not just personal hygiene, but personal emotional care. You can't even get to caring about anything else or the affection of anyone else or the friends around you or whatever until we need food, self-security, and then
personal care. Yep.
You know, and yeah, that's definitely you gotta number one for sure.
Yeah, because what I noticed also with that, it also remind me as there's I know it's sort of a meme, but I know it's also a saying where if you're on a plane, they always tell you to put the mask on yourself first and then help the other person.
They have the other person.
We always, and I do it. I'm sure we all do it. A lot of the times, I am sure we saying about someone else and forgetting about ourselves.
Yep. You are absolutely right. And it seemed like for me that used to come so natural. Like I will just do it, but now it's just like, oh, it's on me now. It's everything is on me, and I got big energy to back it up. Big energy.
Sometimes it's just gotta be on you. It's gotta be on you, man. For real. For sure, that was inspirational and moving and powerful. To listen to that on the work. It's a little shameless plug. We're on Spotify. So if y'all need some inspiration while you're working or while you're driving or whatever, go listen in on Spotify. It'll be on there tomorrow. And you need some inspiration, go listen to this girl's shit again because not only the truth, but she's speaking fucking just facts upon facts. And she's one of the most amazing, talented artists we've ever known.
I think I'm gonna start you. That's gonna be my new hashtag for 2024 on me. So that's gonna be everybody's hashtag. So every time we post something, we'll put on me. That's gonna be the new hashtag for 2024 on me. So just in case if you forget who you are, you can take on me. So go back on me. That's the new hashtag for 2024.
See it down below. On me, guys. Hashtag on me 2024. Hashtag on me.
We ain't giving nobody credit before we give ourselves credit first. I don't care what it is.
Goddamn. On me for 2024. Goddamn right, guys. Fucking hashtag on me. Go share it on Twitter. Go share it. Comment. You know what? Something that helps the algorithm and us move up and get spread to more people more than anything else on YouTube and Facebook is comment. When people comment, it drives the shit way up the feed. So I want everybody to go into the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Spotify, and I want you to type hashtag on me. Just blow up the comments. Hashtag on me. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Get it trending.
A little quiet. Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Wait a minute. Yeah, but
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if Robert had anything you wanted to add or.
Robert?
I couldn't hear. I think I'll be saying on me this year.
Hey man, so real quick, I just want to let you know something. And I was saving this for a moment when we had a second, so I could pop it up on screen here. My dad here, who's a watcher of our show, basically all there, wants you to know that he just bought a copy of your book, and that is on you, bro. That is on you. So, hell yeah.
you see how it's working already? You see, y'all better get that energy. Y'all better get that on me energy going on.
Well,
Hell yeah.
The whole mindset, the army mindset, it made me a little bit sad. Like the part about calling a friend and the call not going through, and yeah, it got me thinking. It's great to have friends to support you, but we can't be leaning on other people all the time. It really is on each individual person. So, even be a bit sad, it is true.
So very true.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's gonna bring us around to back to the man over here. How you doing, man? You ready for your second piece?
Oh yeah. So remember before the show I was asking you a question, right? And you say you cannot think of anyone, right? So have you ever heard of Emily Dickinson?
I have. I was trying to think. I couldn't think of really. Okay.
So the funny thing is, what made me think of doing this, right? Was when I was in college, we were in final year. Our professor, a nice lady named Miss Mary Lewis, she said, I don't think anyone should graduate here unless they could do a poem. So me being the smart ass, literally went on and look up what is the shortest poem. So it was Emily Dickinson poem, Nobody, right? So I don't know if you know it, I am nobody, are you nobody too? And that's
heard that
1891.
I'm gonna go now. After the show, I'm gonna have to go read that.
Yeah,
but,
So this one is called version literally ripped, and so when I did it as a joke, she said, that is too short. So it was sometime in the month of March or something. I decided, I don't know how it came across on my Facebook feed. And I remember that joke moment from college years. And I literally incorporated into this version of it for Nobody.
More people.
And I say, I just, because, we will all, I don't know about you, but you ever decide something and you just forget about it and it actually happens?
Yeah.
So this morning, like this morning on my Facebook feed, I didn't even know, I couldn't even remember. I literally posted on this day last year that I will have this book ready very soon.
Yes, I've been waiting for it.
And what happened was And I said on the post it will have 40 poems. But that isn't what happened. It actually has 61 poems.
God damn, bro. That's a whole other book.
Yeah, so because as I said, I'm working on Midnight Sparta, which is Midnight Karma's Dawn. And you know me being a Swiftie and all, just waiting for Taylor to drop the new reference.
We had to fit a Taylor Swift reference in here.
Of course, you know I am a total hashtag Swiftie. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who are just listening on Spotify, this man has a Swiftie t-shirt on. It says Swiftie since 1983 or something.
Yeah, because 1983 is my birth year. So, and this t-shirt literally made it for my birthday. Just say how I turned 40.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to this piece. This piece is called Nobody Tomorrow.
No, it's just called Nobody.
No, Nobody. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Something got confused when it got sent to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So as I said, it's my extended version of the Emily Dickinson poem.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm nobody. Who are you? I dwell in shadows deep, where silence breathes through. In a land of secrets, darkness seeds. I echo a haunting past, yearning for obscurity. Held in midnight's grasp, are you nobody too? Our reprise unwound in verses paired unsung. I am nobody, and so are you. Our forgotten tongues, weary eyes that seek our reflections' face. In anonymity, our solace can take place. Dreary the world of a somebody. They parade on stage where masks are loud. And quantitude nobody finds outshroud. Tempest within now fiercely grown, yet desire for the cover remains ours. Frogs in this abyss, anguish blooms, navigating through bugs and forgotten tombs. Their hollow whispers reach our ears, dissolve into voids without fears. Gone are the days when dreams held sway, phantom, oh phantom lost in disarray. Hours struck, the darkness reborn. Still we yearn for the life unknown. I am nobody, in shadows embraced. Are you nobody, lit in the moon's pale light? Sorry. Step forth unnoticed into the night, my friend. Our refuge remains untrod, uttered by us. Even the stars bow and nod, for no one wants our name to give us fame. Uncharted, nameless in every way. A sanctuary where I endlessly stray, buried beneath our cloaks of obscurity, unseen, unheard, embracing purity. As the world spins in relentless storm, our whispers calmly transform. From the chaos of existence, we transcend, eternal nomads seeking the end. darkness grows, we shall dwell in the depths where no doubts and fears quell. I, blissful anatomy, our souls find their home. I am nobody, so are you. Forever we shall roam, just us a pair, just us two. I am nobody.
I like that piece, man. You definitely did a good job at emulating that old style of poetry from the 1900s. I like your word choice. As always, your word choice is phenomenal. Like, just I love your vocabulary and the flow of your words and how you're able to express things through this imagery and your vocabulary. Fantastic piece, man. I love it. And you said you wrote this like what in college or
No. I read the original in college, but I wrote this probably in March, and it only took me like less than an hour to do it. Probably about 35-40 minutes, and I came up with that after it just flashed up on social.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. That was awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Not only emulation of the style, but a tribute to the original, which I haven't read, obviously, so I guess I can't say that it's a great tribute to the original, but I think that the style, I've heard other pieces by her, and from that time period, great emulation of that style. So that was excellent. I love that.
Because what I did today on my social on Facebook, I literally put up a version somebody did on YouTube. So if you go on my page, you can actually hear it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, other stuff here. We got snaps over here. Hell yeah. Thoughts, comments? Whoever wants to.
I just feel like we need to go out and just protest, and that's on us. I think that's what we just need to do. Just like bump it, just get our picket fences, our signs up, and just go just go riot and bring. Look, how long we got? We got a day and a couple of hours. Come on, let's Scooby Doo this stuff up like Dr. Strange. Let's get it together. Let's go. Let's Scooby Doo it up together. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Okay, Dr. Strange. Let's Scooby Doo this shit.
Let's Scooby Doo this shit. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I really feel from your piece, I really feel everything that you were saying, and I feel your frustration with it, and I feel your point of view. And it's just like at some point, enough is enough. Like something got to be done with it. Something has to be.
I agree, absolutely. Definitely, you guys are definitely great theme pieces for the holiday in the New Year's. I love both of you guys. And Robert, I love your speech as well. And I can't wait to. I'm going to get a copy of it. Do you have anything you wanted to add? Your mic is a little crackly.
No, is that better?
A little better.
A little better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I've been reading quite a bit about the power of names in mainly fantasy and so I'm thinking about the concept of nobody, what it would mean any name at all. It's kind of blowing my mind. Just consider the possibility of not having any identity.
Robert, I hate to cut you off, but we're having a little trouble hearing you.
Yeah.
know, something happened to your mic maybe like halfway through the show, and I'm not sure why. It was clear at first, and then it started cracking.
Out
Do you maybe have a pair of headphones that you could plug in?
yeah.
Maybe that might help. But yeah, Uno, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, every time you come on, like the vibe is just right. You bring the right kind of energy. It's really dope all over, and I just really appreciate you.
Yeah. Because right now I'm actually trying to see if I could. So I think I found it. If let me. This is the original. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you a nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd banish us, you know. How dreary to be a somebody. How public like a frog. To tell your name the lifelong day to an admiring bug.
Cool.
That's the original.
Yeah, you did. Like I said, you did a very good piece at emulating that.
Yeah.
You did a very good job at emulating that
Yeah.
style in your piece, I should say.
Mhm.
Robert, that did fix the problem. So
It
that's
did?
yeah, you're good.
Oh, good,
You're
good.
Thank you. I appreciate
Awesome.
that. That being said, we're actually going to bring you up to read your second,
okay.
not the second
All right.
of the book, but your second chapter tonight. And
Okay.
yeah, man. So I'm just gonna it's another excerpt from Morgan's Mount. And yeah, I'll just get myself out of here and we can get right to it.
Okay. Thought it would be fun to read from the point of view of a cat. The third floor. He couldn't keep up, no matter how quickly he ran or how far he jumped. Oliver could not gain on the strange human child. She didn't move in the normal human ways. Her paws never touched down, and she moved more like a sky animal than a land creature. Even with his limited feline vision, Oliver was convinced he had seen the girl pass through a wall and emerge a moment later from the other side. He thought she had gone upwards, but didn't know how far. There was another like her, shaped like a man. That one was wrong. His presence reeked of anger that remained in place, even when the man was not around. He was the kind of human that would swat at him whenever he came near. Oliver could recognize the type and did not want the girl to be near him. To protect the child, he would first have to find her. Oliver went up and up. The steps were endless. He'd begun to lose hope when he noticed a strange thing nearby. It was out of place in a large room. As he crept slowly toward it, Oliver saw that it was old and brown, and it had a head. He drew back. After a moment, he observed that it didn't move. Perhaps it was dead. He moved up next to it slowly, studying each detail he could make out in the dim room. The creature had a stick for a body and a raggedy, malformed head. As he circled the thing, Oliver managed to pick up a scent coming off it. The stick beast smelled like the girl. She could be nearby. His nose was of limited help, it wouldn't do it wouldn't do him any good to sniff around the floor trying to locate the smell of her. Oliver sat, perked up his ears, and listened. Wind. There were small critters scuttling behind the walls, but he didn't have time for them now. Water dripped from an unseen place, nothing else of note. He would need to check each room on the floor. Oliver heard a squeak. It was not one of the wall critters. This was a loud sound that echoed for some time. It must be the girl. He dashed toward the place he'd heard the sound coming from and had to stop in his tracks when he found the way blocked by a large wooden door. Oliver pawed at the door and called out again and again. The door creaked open, and Oliver squeezed through the gap before it was fully ajar. Kitty! The strange girl bent down low to greet him. She spoke, but quietly, like a prey animal worried about hunters. That's it.
Really like that, man. That's a really interesting perspective. I really like. We had another artist on here not too long ago. Her name was Patricia Ray, and she has a book called Tales of American Idiocy, which is all from the perspective of cats. And
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's illustrating the American idiocy and just the idiocy in our society from the perspective of cats. And yours really reminded me of that, just like how they see things from a different perspective, and they go based off just what they see, not like, because they don't really know what it is, kind of like the perspective of a young child in a way. And I really like, and it sounds like your book has a lot of different like perspectives in it. How many different viewpoints do you have in your book?
Oh, good question. I would say it's mostly from points of view of two main characters, but once in a while, I write from the villain's point of view, and just for fun, I wanted to write from that cat's.
That's really cool.
View
That's
for once.
Cool. It's kind of like a movie. It kind of reminds me of kind of like a movie. You know, they shift. You know, a movie doesn't just focus on the good guys. Like, it shows you what's going on with the bad guys over here and the side characters, and it really reminds me of like a cinematic journey. So I really like that. I'm like I said, man, I can't wait to check out this whole book. It sounds really special, really awesome.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna bring these other artists up, see what they thought.
I am definitely buying your book. Your book is interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, Uno. Were you trying to? If you were trying to talk, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I now got the mic was off. Excuse me. You really tried to make me buy the book, because thank you for naming the cat after me.
His name is Oscar.
That's your name?
His name is Oscar. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's you and Uno.
Yeah. Oscar, and then it's like an abbreviation ONO.
Yeah.
Where he gets his name.
You know it's for the last name, but that's
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really like to use my name. That's why net.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a very creative like stage name or pen name. That's cool. I don't have anything that creative. I mean, I got Lost Boy, but
Yeah, well, you are the law, you know.
There we go. Oh man. Well, thank you again for sharing that with us. That was an awesome story. And like I said, I can't wait to have you back on again to share more with us at some point.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we end the show, I always do my piece, but we got one more artist, a special surprise artist who's popping in for a last minute piece, and she's hovering over me over here, so I better let her get in here. Introducing Justice Trombley Lawler, my sister.
Dude, that's funny.
All right. Justice Lawler, please take the throne,
I'm taking
the captain's chair.
I'm back.
She's back, bitches.
I cut you to some slack.
All right. So, does this piece have a name?
Not really.
All right, we're just gonna go untitled. All right. Well, I'll pop myself out of here and let you get to it.
Gonna do the Mick Jagger out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. New Year's is the start of a new time where you leave your past in the rearview mirror. So let me tell you mine before I leave it in the rearview mirror. The start of this year was rocky, from starting with a breakup to having no friends or really bad friends. I was still dealing with my mom's death and my breakup. Honestly, I didn't think that this year could be what it turned out to be. I felt like I was alone, that I was in the hole I promised myself I wouldn't fall back into, no matter what happens, because of how it didn't just affect me, it affected everyone. Then my grandmother moved and she needed help, so like I always do, I put away how I feel and helped my grandmother. By March, I grew my and put my guard up and my fake smile. By March, I grew my hair out, dyed it purple, and started feeling better. I started feeling better about myself again. I got my cat in May of the year before. She's super silly. I got together with someone, then they needed a break. Then my best friend came up for spring break and left. My dad got sober and made a stupid promise that he always breaks. Fast forward to July. I get a job. I met up with some friends who all worked together. There I met I met up with some friends who all worked there last summer. Then I made some friends, who now one of them is my best friend. Then I get back with my ex, and that leads into August. My ex goes on a trip with her family to see extended family. And then school started. Then I left homeschooling and to go to public school. Since then, it's been stable and good so far. I've been myself again, and that's thanks to some of my friends and some of my family. So, as I always say, for my New Year's resolution, be better.
Sounds like you had a full year.
That's not even all of it.
I really like that, Tess. I like how you were like, let me take you through, and you really did. There's some stuff on there that I didn't even know that you went through. That was awesome, Tessa. And
I messed up.
You just no, you're okay.
No, I was trying to read it in my eyes.
Too.
The reason I think,
but she just wrote this. This is fantastic, Tessa. Thank you for walking us through your year.
You're welcome.
And I agree. That is also my New Year's resolution. Be better.
Always be better. Be better than you were last year. Be better than you were the week before or the day before.
All right, now you be better getting out of my chair.
Well, you better be taking this paper. Bye, y'all.
Actually, well, I mean, I'm gonna bring these other artists if you want to. If you want to stick around.
I don't care. I'm just gonna.
Quick. I kind of got a little ahead of myself there.
Yeah, you did.
Get
Get a little cocky there, huh?
some feedback from
Get a little
these
cocky
other
there,
artists here. What you guys think?
I don't know.
Well, anything you do, even though you want to be better, make sure it's on what?
Mhm.
On me. So make sure you be better on me. Don't forget that. That's it. But no, that was really, really brave. I just want to say thank you for being brave because for so long, so many of us we hold on to stuff, and people think, "Oh, you all right? She's okay. Don't worry about it." But when you really sit down and you really express how you feel, and just like, wow, how the heck do you have a smile after going through all of that and still can say, "I'm good," you know? So thank you for being brave enough to let that go and to be what better on you. So thank you for
Yeah.
that. It's nice.
Because I am sure that even though it was written now, it was a healing piece. But
Definitely.
it needs to flow directly from the heart for you to heal. And Dylan better come at least the same notch, okay?
Don't worry, he's gonna outshine me with his piece in about 2 seconds anyway.
No, I don't know that.
And don't worry, every mess up that you have, we poets don't have mess up. We just have steps for people to catch up. So just look at it that way. So you didn't mess up. You were just giving us a chance to catch up to you. So we don't do mess up.
It was perfect.
I've done that before, like written down like all the big things that happened about the year before. I might do it again. I don't know. There's power in just putting the events of life on paper and staring at it. So, yeah, maybe it can help you like clear your thoughts.
Yeah, work through some shit and heal, like Uno was saying. That's what our art is for. That's what, you know, being on this show is for. It's to express your thoughts, get it out there, and you know, and
Be
try to
fun
heal.
and silly.
Yeah, you know what? We're fun, we're goofy, we're silly, we're deep, we're emotional, we're all these things. You know,
Dude,
it's
you
just
think
about
you're
expressing. I'm fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah?
I'm fucking. All right.
Bye. I'm funnier.
We're gonna keep the sibling rivalry for another day. Yeah, that was fantastic though. I love when she hops on here.
That was cool. I like that.
And we'll see if I hit that level you were talking about. This piece I'm gonna end the show with is called Manifest Destiny, because my New Year's resolution is to be better. Most importantly, you heard it from Tessa, you heard it from me. Be better, but also I'm manifesting my destiny this year, and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. I mean, this show is showing you guys what that looks like, but just wait. There's so much more coming in 2024 that y'all ain't even ready for. You ain't even ready for this shit. But anyway, let's get to this shit. This one is called Manifest Destiny. Let me just pull it up here real quick. It always wants to be slow when I try to do my piece. There we go. Yo. Since a preteen, I knew that I wanted it. I've been causing the scene. Yeah, I've been what the problem is. Because I knew that one day I'd be fulfilling the promises I made to myself when the pit I was in just seemed bottomless. And I think that this shit right here is how mama wanted it. I'm impressing the people who know what an artist is and rejecting the evil because I don't want a part of it. I'm climbing this mountain to get to the top of it, manifesting my dreams while I'm building my confidence and investing in me because ain't no one stopping it. Yeah, I'm turning back into someone that I want to be. I'm going to pick up my pen. I'm going to live up my dreams. I'm going to handle my business, not worry about things that are out of my reach and that I cannot fix. But I'm fixing the rails, getting back on the track. I'm going to channel my feelings and master my craft, and then train all the skills that I currently lack so I can carry the world without breaking my back. And I'm not the best, but I'm getting better. Bleeding onto the page because my heart's on the sleeve of my sweater. The sweater that covered me through rainy weather. But the wetter, the better. I thrive with no shelter. So bring on the rain and the thunder and lightning. There's pain hidden under, but that's what's exciting. It's keeping me sane. It's keeping me fighting. And there's strength that I gain when I put it in writing. But I don't do it for me. I'm here for the people. I'm giving them weapons to fight off the evil. I'm hanging our banner from streetlights and steeples, take the ghettos and churches and show them we're equals. Because I could sit here all day and watch the views and subscribers go up, but analytical data just isn't enough. I need to know that there's souls that I've touched. I need to know that there's something I touch when I'm talking to you. I need to know there's something inside of me lights up the darkness in you. I need to know that there's something you feel when I'm spitting the truth that helps you get through and gives you the power to move when you're dazed and confused and it feels like the world has been weighing on you. So to all the Lost Boys across the land, y'all are my family. I'll never have fans. This is us banding together and taking a stand. This is me reaching out and to give you my hand. 1 in a million, that is our chance. But that one is enough because I got a plan. Just don't ever listen when they tell us we can't. And that is how we're going to manifest our destiny, people. Don't fucking listen when they tell us we can't.
So you just had an on me moment too. So that's what we did. We just both had it like an on me moment.
Yeah, on me moment. This shit's on me.
Because I felt like, I swear I felt like I was back in New York when my ex best friend had did a concert and we was in there. I was like, oh, I'm vibing. You know, when you get another artist and go on the same wavelength and everybody just look at each other like, oh, we vibing. Oh, we vibing. But that was really, really dope. So I was like, yeah, I felt that. So that's how you ended up. I started it off, and then you just going to end it like that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Let me just steal this part from Circles. LostBoys CYPHER Circle is staged unlike the rest, where the artists intertwine with a flow, untainted, blessed, no fragrance, no deceit, no venom, no lace. Only genuine artists embracing their unique space.
Wow.
Yes. You wrote a poem just for this show. We Lost Boys for life. I got that shit tatted on my skin. Lost Boys for life.
I just want to say this.
That was a Christmas present to myself.
Tattoo was dope. I gotta get inked up. I'm just looking at the message, and I was just singing that song. It's been a long time coming, and you have that message up there. I was just singing that song. Okay. I get it. I got a universe. It's been a long time coming. I'm not going to sing because I don't know how to sing, so I don't want y'all to wait for me to sing because that's not my thing. I'm not going to sing, so don't wait for me.
Yeah, me.
No.
Me neither.
Dylan raps, so he could rap if he wants.
Sometimes I kind of rap. I try. You know.
No, what you just did that a couple of minutes. Oh yeah. You was in that chest. That's what we say when you get. Oh, you was eating, as the young people would say. Oh, you ate. I think I said it right. My daughter will be proud of me right now. Yes, I said it right.
As I say, 2023, we got a raise, okay?
Man, 2023 was an interesting year, and I just wanted to say I appreciated it. Because when I go into 2024, I'm scared of myself. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, man. 2024, hashtag 2024 on me.
Almost there.
On me. So, hell yeah. And
I like it.
On that note, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for coming on. And
thank you for having me. Same to you.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for bringing in the new year with me. Make sure everybody go subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, and subscribe to Spotify. The episode will be up by midnight tonight, and y'all be able to listen to it on Spotify. It's live right now on YouTube, and you guys can go back and watch it anytime. All the past episodes are recorded.
Dylan, on my end, it is already 4:15 midnight.
Oh, it is?
Hell yeah. For me, it's only 11:14, but you're an hour ahead, right?
Happy
New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve to everybody.
Happy New Year.
As in Trinidad, we say Happy Old Years.
Happy Old Years. Hell yeah, man. All right, well, thank y'all so much for coming out. I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, it was great. Good night.